God, money, and the fuck word. Magic. Virgin Mary. Soul's purpose. Who knows what we're going to talk about today? But that is the beauty of God's insight for the soul because we don't know what we're going to talk about. And it makes it so cool. But I will probably guarantee you, yes, I will probably say the fuck word more than once. So welcome to the party. I'm Lori. This is my co host, Bridget, and our beautiful participants for the day. This is God's Insight for the Soul, where we just tap in and see what God has for us. So, Bridget, I will turn it over to you in who we're going to start with today.
Yes, good morning. And I feel like Shelly's going to get us started this morning. So, what do you have for us? Would you like to ask a question, have a situation,
Mhm.
or pull an angel card?
I'm down for a card this morning.
Mm.
Okay. Would you like?
The middle one.
Okay. I love it. Oh, I did all the things and then forgot that I'm blind.
We say how to say you're over a certain age without saying you're over a certain age.
Yeah.
There it is. So sexy. Me too.
All right, beauties. Let's do this. Oh, this one just popped out right away. Here she is. And it says, oneness is the way. How can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? So, guys, we did a girls' night in this past weekend, which is kind of like this God's Insight for the Soul, only we come in person. It's six women. We go super deep. It's super magical. And every time I'm like, Bridget, I think you're supposed to go first. Bridget, I think you're supposed to go first. Bridget, I think so. Bridget, I think you're supposed to go first.
Yes. And it's so funny. This card come, how do you show compassion towards others? And Shelly, I think you are one of those people who in my life I see in you this great ability to show compassion towards others. Like you're one of those people that this card seems so opposite of who I view you as because it was saying, how do you show compassion towards others? And I was like, you totally show compassion from my viewpoint towards everybody. Like you just are like this open, here, let me take you all in and love on no matter what our differences or likes are. That's who you be to me. And so I was like, why then does Shelly, this card popped for Shelly, right? And I was just, one of the in free practices is everything is opposite because there has to be an opposite side to compassion in order for there to be compassion for others. And so I love just sitting in that, the opposite of, yes, to me, I see you as the most compassionate person I know. And if I look at the opposite of that, how maybe sometimes where are you not being compassionate to yourself?
Thank you.
Because that same, yeah, in order to give, you also have to receive. And that's the question that I think is for me being called for you is where can you show yourself a little more compassion and grace, understanding? You are perfect the way you are. You are created the way you are. And it's okay to say, yeah. I love each and every piece of me.
Yeah, same, same. Like Shelly, I tell the story of Shelly all the time. Shelly was one of the first people to really teach me love in a way um that I had never experienced before because she let me be dumb. She let me ask questions that might have been politically incorrect or really offensive to other people. But I genuinely was like, I just don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. And I asked questions that I'm like, I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth. But Shelly was like, no, ask. And she was so gracious and so compassionate, right? And and yet when this card pulled, it was kind of obvious actually, because Shelley is so good at it that it kind of became her role
Thank you.
instead of just her identity. And so she would show compassion out here while inside being all and that's not compassionate to her, right? And so Shelley, what was really cool as even Bridget was still talking, um knowing where you came from in a religion that said we are the only ones that are right, everyone else is wrong. Most religions do that, so but some just a little bit more like deeper and controlling than others. And Shelley happened to be in an environment where it was very, you think like us or you're going to hell for time and eternity, right? And so to be in that place where if you don't understand someone else's perspective, point of view based on development or upbringing or anything or maturity or anything, if there's just this lack of understanding, it actually resonates in your soul as time and eternity in hell, because which is what sparks that, either that desperate to make it one or that rejection of you and them, and I'm just going to walk away because it must align. Or and so really, like what Bridget said, tapping into that space where the oneness is our so in Emfree, there is the spirit side and there is the human side, and we are all the same on the spirit side. We are all made in the image of the all. We are all beings, and then we come to the planet, and then it like fractures, and then we're all completely different because that's the spice of life, right? And so tapping into this oneness and recognizing that when you're frustrated, it's actually an invitation to go, oh, I need to hang out a little bit more on the spirit side of me, saying, okay, we're all one, we're all connected, we're all already okay, we're all already perfect, we're all already healed, we're all already whole. And any fracturing is for the sake of relationship.
Mm,
And Shelly, you are so good at relationship. You are so good at bringing that compassion to make it oneness in physical relationship, as far as like the relationship, right? But recognizing that it's the invitation for you to go, oh, I'm okay.
mm,
Just because I don't understand doesn't make me wrong. Just because I'm different doesn't make me destined for hell through all time, space, eternity. Right. And you guys, Shelley's head never says that. Just FYI, Shelley's head never believes all the I'm destined to hell. But her sweet little subconscious does, because that's how it was programmed. So honoring that and honoring that the frustration is not Shelley being frustrated opposite of her beautiful gift of compassion. It is the invitation for that oneness with you, with your creator, and with the person in front of you.
Mhm. I learned a new one. When you don't have two hands,
Ooh,
Oh,
it's a heart.
yeah.
oh, I'm like,
I
what
don't.
is she doing? I see it now. Thank you, thank you. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, put your glasses on.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, I love you. Andrea, me too. I'm like,
I'm
how?
like,
What?
why did we have to upgrade it, change it? I don't get it. Mm, but I saw that
Oh,
too. I was like, what?
I love
Mm,
that.
funny.
Can I
Thank you so
can
much.
I say words? Are we
Yeah.
speaking words?
Yeah, do you want to drop a little nugget, a baby nugget?
Oh, no, I just want to tell you thank you. Thank you very much. As soon as that card came, I'm like, ooh, that's to me, to the parts of me, you know,
Mm,
parts inside of me that are calling for compassion,
yeah.
which I am really good at.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And thank you for the role
Mm,
identity.
Yeah, Queen.
beautiful. Thank you, Shelley. All right, Miss Andrea. What do you have for us this morning?
Well, good morning. It's my
Yeah,
first time here, so
yeah.
it's just delightful to be here with y'all in my morning gloriness. So I have a big, or I'm calling it a, I keep calling it a coming out party. But this weekend I have a 2-day live experience at the Riverside Hotel that I'm leading, called the Soul Purpose Activation. And, it's the week of. It's like, oh, okay, this thing that has been brewing inside of me. I mean, seriously, I think since I began my entrepreneurial work, it's all debuting at together. And as Bridget, as you know, like that has brought up a lot of my own internal roadblocks I'm just being confronted with and reminded of like my own path that of what I teach. And so fear, self-doubt, who are the last couple people that are going to fill the space because it's a little over 2/3 full, not completely full yet. And just like with the millions of tasks and all the things that are coming up, percolating inside of me, I think the question that I would like to know is what do I need to know as the leader of this experience? Because I'm
Mm.
leading the leaders, and it's really the first time that I've stepped into that role. And just any wisdom drops, any insight, anything that feels like I need to know as I step into this final week of preparation to bring a really magical experience to Boise. It'd be great.
Awesome. Thank you. And Lori, I'm gonna jump in unless you are
No, yeah, go ahead.
okay. I as soon as you started talking, Andrea, and I was like, this is one of the things that I love about doing group sessions. That card is, I just was like, compassion, 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 compassion. And the image that I got, and this is something that Lori talks about too, is um, I got just the image of a baby as you're talking.
Mm,
This is, yeah. You haven't done this before, girl. You
mm,
haven't. So all
not
of
in
those
this way.
feelings that you're feeling are because you haven't done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I think, especially as people who we teach others to live in their fullness, sometimes then that compassion is, oh shit, yeah. I'm a 2-year-old right now because we think that we have to have it all together all the time in order to teach others to stand in their fullness.
Yeah.
And remembering, oh shit, yeah, I'm a 2-year-old right now. And if you recognize, like, right, when babies learn how to like they crawl and then they stand up for the first time, they take a couple of steps, they fall down, they get back up, they take a couple steps. They never get like, dang it, I'm never gonna get this. They get back up and they go, ah, and they giggle and that's what I'm feeling for you too, is like just
Mm.
this sit in that 2-year-old. Each time that frustration comes up, allow yourself to giggle. That 2-year-old giggle, there's so much compassion. You, yeah.
The childlike wonder of it all rather than the adult
Yeah.
perfectionism.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, but there's still things that I do need to get right because I'm right. There is that separation,
Sure.
but
Mhm.
stop and remind yourself, wait, I'm a 2-year-old.
Okay. My 2-year-old.
Okay, first of all, I love that I started with and sole purpose.
I
And are
I
you kidding
totally
me?
was like, is she just feeding me right now? Like everything I
Are
do
you
soul.
kidding
And
me?
you started with talking about your sole purpose. I was like, that's awesome.
That's nuts. Yeah. Okay, I so when I very first learned energy work, I'm kind of an addict. And so of course I jumped all in and within a year I was teaching energy classes. And I was facilitating a particular modality. And I was asked to come and facilitate this training. And so I show up, and there's like 15 people. And I'm like, okay, we want to go around the room and tell me your experience with energy so that I can know where I need to start. And the first person says, oh, I've been doing energy work for 3 years, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And the next one, oh, I've been a Reiki master and I teach other people for the last 7 years. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the next person's like, oh, I've been doing this 20 years and most of these people are my students. I'm like, uh-huh. And then, oh, a few years ago I died and I came back and now I talk to people. And every single one of them, the least amount of person or the least amount of time that any of them had been doing energy work was 3 years. And I sat there and I'm like, okay, God, what have you gotten me into? And he just said, Lori, just do what I sent you here to do. Just be you. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, just be me.
Mhm.
And a couple times throughout the day, there was some friction with a couple people, and I had to step back and go, oh, okay, like, I understand you don't want to learn from me. There was just some friction, right? And at the end of all of it, the one person I had the most friction with came up and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This was so amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yay. And then the woman who had been teaching for 20 years, she came up to me and she says, I've been doing this a long time and I have been deep in this. She says, and you carry something I've never seen before, right? And all I was doing was just being me. I wanted to love people and I wanted to share with people the freedom that I had found in this particular modality. And
Mhm.
and that's what I'm seeing, and I love that Bridget like brought up that childlike, and I love that we already talked about the difference between our true identity, the being of us, the the magic of us, and our role, right? And you, before you had a body, had a soul, like, right? I'm preaching to the choir right now, but this is why we all show up, because we all need it. Um, your sweet little soul said, this is what I'm gonna do on the planet. And then your sweet, sweet human is like, wait, how do I do this? And we take on the role of now, yes, you are the leader, but we can lead from our being or we can lead as a role. And if we lead
Mhm.
as a role, we'll always fail.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right. And so
Mhm.
what I'm seeing, and when Bridget was saying that childlike is like your soul's going, girl, we got this. You just let me do like come along for the ride. Like if your mom took you to Disneyland, you wouldn't be like, Mom, are you sure you're going the right way? Mom, did you follow the map? Mom, do you have enough money to get in? Mom, how do I get on that ride? Mom, you're like, and you just be you. And that is why you hold the role that you hold, because up until this point you've just been being you,
Mhm.
desiring to share with other women and men. I don't exactly know what your event is, but you desire to share with other people the journey that your soul has brought you on, right? And so when we get to separate the us that's in control and the us that we think we are, the role of us, Andrea's just your role. That's not really you. Leader is just the role. That's not really you. Facilitator is just the role. That's not really you. Leader of leaders is just your role. It's not really you. So let go of all that and just let yourself be full of that passion of why you are doing it to begin with. And then and now some practical, right? I want you to imagine going out of your driveway and deciding, hey, I got to drive to the riverside. Now, guys, I don't know where Andrea lives and I don't know where she is in relationship to the riverside. So I'm gonna make some shit up, okay? But she says, I'm at home and I want to go to the riverside. And she drives out of her driveway and she stops at the stop sign and then she looks both ways, makes sure there's no cars coming, and then she turns right. And then she drives a little bit. She sees, oh, the light ahead just turned orange, it just turned red, so she stops. And then she waits and then she takes a left. And then she drives a little bit further and then there's a car in front of her that's going kind of slow, so she's like, okay, they're going a little bit under the speed limit. It's okay, I'm just cruising along. Okay. And then she comes up to another stop sign and she takes a left, and then she's driving and somebody cuts her off and she has to slam on her brakes a little bit, right? Guys, that is our life. The stop sign, the person going slower, the red light, those are the doubts, those are the fears, those are the things. They are like, in order to get from here to here, there's obstacles, there's things that you do, there's things in the way, but they're not in the way like barriers. They're just things that we're navigating through. Why? Because in order to get here, especially now as we're evolving to be somebody who is coming out, you have to be a lot stronger. You have to be a lot more discerning. You
Mhm.
have to be a lot more present, and the
Mhm.
stop sign and the person that went too slow and the person who cut you off, and they're all the things that are building your human to come alongside your being so that you're in alignment with the fullness of you, so you get to experience all the fun,
Check. Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, queen. You radiate like the minute you popped on. I was like, oh, right? I already invited myself over for a sleepover because look at her bed,
I
right? You
know. Bed for a queen.
radiate leader. You radiate control. You radiate authority. Now, set your sweet human aside and go, my soul's got this. My
Mhm.
soul's got this. I'm just along for the ride. Right.
Yeah.
And this is what we would call our ego, guys. The
Mm.
one that thinks, if I mess up, I'll be rejected. Your Now let's go back to oneness. Your being can't be rejected. It can't be. So focus on this instead of this. And now joy, happy,
Mhm.
fun, right?
Yes.
Yes, queen.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the same as this? Wait, this?
Oh my gosh.
Too
Oh,
fun.
yes.
So good.
Mm.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I call courageous authenticity. That's That's the walk that I've been walking is the path of the warrior goddess. It's very courageous and it has to be authentic.
Yeah.
So excellent reminders to be childlike and to just accept that, what I'm bringing is who I am, the essence of me. And if the slides, I keep saying connection over perfection, right? Connection over perfection, and
Mm,
less slides, more connection. I'm like in
yeah.
building mode, but these are great reminders as I step into this week. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you know what I love about this is here's Andrea, and now this is for everyone in the world, whoever is watching, like here's Andrea about to actually like facilitate a 2-day event. Like this is ginormous, right? And yet she's willing to show up and go, I need some encouragement. My
Mhm.
human's not on board. My soul knows what it's doing because it fucking planned a 2-day event and put it out in the world. My human, though my human needs connection right now. My human needs to be reminded right now. My human needs to be loved. That's that childlike, like, yes, come, get filled, get encouraged, and guys, that is the strongest thing that we can ever do is recognize there's two parts of us, and the warrior and the whatever would be the opposite of the little
Goddess.
peasant's baby are both can coexist inside of this physical body at the same time, and when we honor both get their needs met, and now we are on motherfucking fire.
Mhm.
Now nothing can stop us, and that is stepping into your pure divine authority and fucking some shit up. I love it.
Watch out, Boise.
Yes.
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 Love it.
So powerful. So
So
beautiful.
good. Yeah. All right, Bridget, anything else?
No, thank you both so much for joining us. And if you are watching this episode, then there is a message in it for you as well. So, where can you be compassionate to yourself? Where can you step into that childlike wonder and go on a Disneyland ride that your soul has already planned and gotten right? Um, there's a link in our description, a calendar link with our availability. If you'd like to jump on here, get some encouragement, or just listen to us talk, we'd love to have you. So join us. Until next time.
Till next time.
Bye.